doctor at a fertility center in Orlando, Florida, allegedly implanted the wrong embryo in a Florida woman. After noticing obvious physical differences between the baby and themselves, the Florida couple found out the 6-month-old they've been raising is 100% South Asian. We have attorney Dave Betras with us this morning for Legally Speaking, breaking down this case. Dave, this IVF story, I mean, it has captured a lot of attention. What is your reaction to this?
Well, can you imagine the bleeding heart, the tears flowing from the parents' eyes, and almost like a very bad cut in their soul to have born a child from an IVF clinic, because people go to IVF clinics because they're having trouble with fertility, and the IVF clinic implants the wrong embryo into a woman. So she bears the child, raises it for 6 months, and says, this genetically isn't my child. Then the genetic parents found out that their embryo got implanted into another woman's uterus, and they sued each other. Now, luckily, they settled out of court, and that settlement is confidential, but the biological parents would have had a very strong argument because they're the child's genetic parents.
Right.
The IVF parents would have had a strong argument too because they carried the pregnancy, gave birth, and have been raising the child for 6 months. So because the case settled, we don't know how the lawyers did it, but it's just both a human interest story and a tragic legal story that at least the couples themselves worked out, but that doesn't end it.
Yeah. Now, this could be a huge issue for that fertility center. It is, actually, and I know that they have shut down since, and I have heard they reopened under another name. But tell me, what type of trouble or consequences will they face for this? I mean, accidents happen, but this is major.
Well, most cases are rare. What people have to do is you want to look at not just how good their success rates, but how the embryos are tracked. Do they have barcodes on them? What sort of procedures they do? Because anytime you have humans involved, mistakes like
human
this
error,
human errors can happen. So when couples out there are looking for an IVF clinic, my advice is not just to look at their success rate, but to look at their protocols to make sure something like this does not happen.
So what kind of damages can these families seek against that IVF clinic?
This is not a case where the damages are limited to just medical bills. You're talking about a mistake that materially changed the lives of not one, but 2 families. I mean, IVF costs, medical expenses, emotional distress, pain and suffering, future fertility treatment, and claims involving the loss of reproductive opportunity. Damages on these facts, punitive damages, could also be in the realm. The unanswered question is, what happened to the couple's own embryo, the other couple's own embryo? For many people, that could represent millions and millions and an irreplaceable loss. So it's just a huge damages case against that fertility clinic.
Yeah, and Dave, we have just a few seconds left. What's the biggest takeaway for viewers here?
My biggest takeaway is this is compensations and mistakes happen. It's about preventing mistakes in the first place, so be very careful when you're choosing it. And of course, I brought the food because I missed Monday. Okay, look, I even brought oh, Steve already crushed a sandwich. There were 3 sandwiches in front of there. Thank you, Rafe, at the Landmark, for always hooking us up.
Thank you, Rafe, and thank you, Dave.
Yes, thank you very much. And you can find this story on my TikTok or our Instagram. I'm going to do a little more complete segment on it.
All right, excellent. It's such an interesting case, right?
It is.
Thank you, Dave.